Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Chastain, and for the protein project, I chose the tau protein. So the tau protein is a microtubule-associated protein, and with the help of tubulin, which it was named after, it binds to microtubules in the axons of neurons and helps to stabilize them and also promote their formation. So it's an intrinsically disordered protein, which, as we know, means that it lacks a stable secondary structure. And you can also see that in this rotating image of a tau protein, that it has a little bit of alpha helice action going on, but not a whole lot. It's primarily found in the brain, as I said, but it can be found in small amounts in other parts of the body. So the tau protein is involved in many tauopathies, which are all forms of dementia. And the most commonly known one is Alzheimer's. So research on this protein rapidly developed after 1985, when Bryant et al. Found that it was related to Alzheimer's disease, though Dr. Alzheimer's did find clumps of tau protein in the brain of a patient and coined the term in 1906, that he just didn't know what the protein was yet. Patients with Alzheimer's disease will have overall reduced brain function and memory. They'll also be aggressive, confused, and irritable. And as you can see with this image, it does a real big toll on the actual tissue of the brain. It's important to study this because the CDC ranked it the fifth most common cause for death of people aged 65 and older in 2019. So tau is involved in Alzheimer's disease because it gets hyperphosphorylated, which means that all of its phosphorus binding sites are full, it's fully saturated. And when this happens, it can no longer bind to microtubules. So instead, the proteins aggregate together. And that's shown here in this image, as well as the blue on this top image. And when they do that, they kind of clog up the brain cells and they can no longer communicate between neurons. And when there's no cell-to-cell communication in the brain, cells die. Researchers also think that this is involved with beta amyloid aggregation, which also happens in Alzheimer's patients. They think that the beta amyloid aggregation might be the upstream function, and then tau aggregation follows. These are also called tau tangles in the neurons. So in conclusion, there is still no cure to Alzheimer's, as you probably knew. Researchers say that a Mediterranean diet, exercise, cognition practices, and present but limited alcohol consumption can help you slow the progression of Alzheimer's or prevent it from developing. And here's my bibliography. Thank you so much.